Welcome back to JT on the Go. Today we are going to explore the Grand Canyon.
The Grand Canyon's South Rim, a popular tourist area, is open 24 hours a day, 365 days a year. While we're here, we'll be hiking the South Rim, west of the Grand Canyon Village. To begin our day, we're heading to Hermit's Rest on the western end of the South Rim. We'll need to take a bus to get there. There are 4 different bus lines that can take you to various parts of the South Rim. The Village Route, or Blue Line, travels between the Hermit's Rest Route Transfer Center and Grand Canyon Village Center. The Hermit's Route Transfer bus stop is where you can transfer from the Blue Line to the Red Line. The Red Line, also called the Hermit's Rest Route, will take you to some of the more rural viewpoints of the Grand Canyon. Here's our ride to Hermit's Rest. The bus is part of your park entry fee. The bus trip to Hermit's Rest from here will take 44 minutes, while walking the entire way takes an hour and 48 minutes. Buses arrive every 10 minutes. To enter the Grand Canyon, it costs $35 per private vehicle and $20 per person entering by foot, bike, or public transportation. This fee does not include the Grand Canyon Railway. Several bus stops offer stunning views of the canyon. The other 2 lines are the Calabab/Rim Route, Orange Line, and the Tusayan Route, Purple Line. The blue and orange lines operate year-round. The red line operates from March 1st to November 30th, and the purple line runs from early spring to fall. These views are truly breathtaking. Some bus stops allow enough time to enjoy the view before getting back on and continuing. The best times to visit the Grand Canyon are from March to May in the spring and from September to November in the fall. It's not recommended to visit in the summer. As you can imagine, the summer months offer another level of challenges. Some of the bus stops on the Hermit's Rest route are only served by westbound buses. The stations that have eastbound buses back to the Grand Canyon Village are Hermit's Rest, Pima Point, Moab Point, Powell Point, and Village Route Transfer. We're now at Hermit's Rest. Because we're in the desert, I highly recommend drinking plenty of water during your visit to the Grand Canyon. Hermit's Rest and other endpoints of the bus lines are great places to cool off before starting, continuing, or finishing your hike on the southern rim. Hermit's Rest provides ample shade, restrooms, and a vending machine with sodas. The Grand Canyon is immense. It's 277 miles or 446 kilometers long, 1 to 18 miles or 6.4 to 29 kilometers wide. Its depth varies by location, but the deepest part is 6,000 feet or 1,829 meters. The average depth is around 1 mile. Some of the trails are made of asphalt, similar to the bus roads, while other parts are dirt. I recommend wearing hiking shoes when visiting the Grand Canyon. Some areas have benches where you can rest your legs if you get exhausted. If you look closely, you might see archaeological artifacts in the Grand Canyon, proving people lived here as far back as 12,000 years ago. The Grand Canyon is the ancestral home to the Havasupai, Hulalupai, Hopi, and many other Native American tribes with historical ties to this area. The forced removal of these tribes to establish Grand Canyon National Park has devastating impacts. The Grand Canyon National Park is actively working to incorporate Native American perspectives and cultural heritage into park management and interpretation. The Grand Canyon is estimated to be between 5 million and 70 million years old. It was primarily formed by erosion from the Colorado River over millions of years, gradually carving through the Colorado Plateau. Hiking all the way to the bottom is a popular activity, but be aware that it gets much harder down there. You can get to the bottom by walking or riding a mule. However, if you want a mule ride, you'll need to book it well in advance, sometimes a year ahead. If you're at a Hermit's Rest Line bus stop and are confused about which directions stop there, the sign clearly indicates which directions are served at that specific stop. While this specific stretch has a guardrail, several parts of the South Rim do not, including at the village. Public safety while preserving the view remains a concern for the Grand Canyon National Park. From some angles, you can see the Colorado River. The river flows through here after passing through the Hoover Dam, 246 miles away. Here's one of the dirt paths. Just feet from the edge, if a path is too narrow for two-way traffic, always step aside for others to pass. Another popular activity is taking a helicopter tour of the Grand Canyon. Unfortunately, you are not allowed to fly drones in any national park. What a bummer. On the hiking trails, some signs indicate where the next bus stop is. The Grand Canyon was declared a national park by Congress in 1919. Before that, President Theodore Roosevelt designated it as a national monument in 1908 after his 1903 visit. Teddy Roosevelt strongly believed in preserving national treasures like the Grand Canyon.
Okay.
Today, approximately 4.7 to 4.9 million people visit the Grand Canyon National Park each year, making it one of the most visited national parks in the country. Conservationists and Native American tribes want to preserve the Grand Canyon in its original makeup for future generations to enjoy. The asphalt paths are much easier to navigate. Now that our hike is done, we're taking the bus back to the village for lunch. Before we get on, let's check out another viewing area. This appears to be a monument to the first American to explore the Grand Canyon, John Wesley Powell. The first people to explore the Grand Canyon were Spanish conquistadors from Spain, who conquered the southwestern US and most of Latin America. Time to head back to the village. Here's our bus. Grand Canyon Village gets most crowded from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. This is primarily because of the arrival of the Grand Canyon Railway tourist train, bringing a large number of tourists into the village from Williams. That was a good hike. Just as I said, the train is already here for lunchtime. If you want to see what it looks like, check out my two-part series about the Grand Canyon Railway. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. There are magnificent national parks in the United States, and the Grand Canyon is definitely one to visit. See you next time.